Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling Review series. On this particular occasion, we're talking about the 25th of May, 1991. We are fast approaching the summer months of that year. Mr. Perfect is our first individual in the ring. Jim Evans is his enhancement talent opponent. Bobby Heenan still with the then Intercontinental Champion Kurt Hennig. Hennig places the youngster right where he wants him to be, gives him maybe one offensive move, towels himself off to avoid sweating, inverted neck snap, drop kick, a inset promo from the British Bulldog, and Winston is up here, and some hard shots by Hennig. Hennig eventually, obviously, hits the perfect plex. 1, 2, 3, gets a victory. We continue the foray into finding Andre the Giant a new manager. Mr. Fuji basically takes the Giant to a big restaurant, says he can make him millions and millions of dollars. That's the promise that Fuji makes. Brings out a cake, and of course, as is lore with wrestling, Andre sends Fuji head first into the cake. Tugboat, who will have something to do by the end of spring, beginning of summer, but doesn't really have a purpose here. Um, Although he does seem to make fans happy. Is up next in an enhancement talent match. Punch, kick, big splash. That's the extent. Splash in the corner. That's the extent of the offensive maneuvers from the big tugger, and nothing terribly exciting to write home about there. So then we move to Colonel Mustafa, aka the Iron Sheik, aka former WWF champion, in an enhancement talent match. Jim Duggan promises to get even with him as he's performing a gut wrench on the enhancement talent. Of course, Duggan in an inset promo in the corner of your screen. Adnan happy on the outside. Back suplex this time by the Sheik and or by Mustafa, and we're pretty happy with that. We go to a camel clutch and a win for Colonel Mustafa. A non-sequential Texas Tornado promo where he promises to get back on his winning ways is up next. That really doesn't go too terribly far just because, well, it's 30 seconds of a Kerry Von Erich promo. Then we move to Bret Hart again in an enhancement talent match. There, we do begin to see more Bret Hart sunglasses, of which I don't remember where, but somebody gave me a pair as a kid. Those things were really flimsily made, but cool to look through anyway. Um, Big body slam, drop of the elbow, and the leg drop, and then the sharpshooter win for the Hitman. Um, IRS promises to get even with all of the tax cheats in the WWF, and those are all coincidentally baby faces. Anyhow, British Bulldog and Winston up next, promising to get their hands and paws on Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig and the Intercontinental Championship. Again, these are international, so it's not like they're promoting Boston Garden or Madison Square Garden. They're just international time filler promos. Nasty Boys up next, and they are going after two enhancement talents as tag team champions. Big splash in the corner by Knobs. Punch, kick, bite, claw, pump handle slam by Sags, and then the power slam, followed by the elbow drop by Sags. 1, 2, 3, victory for the tag team champions. Bushwhackers eating some WWF ice cream bars. Good promo tactic there. We go to the funeral parlor, and Jake Roberts is out, basically intimidating the earthquake, basically saying he's going to eliminate the earthquake, also asking Paul Bearer if he's afraid of anything, implying that he could potentially bring a snake out for Bearer to play with if needed, necessary, or worthy. Amazing to me that within about 3-4 months, Roberts is going to have a heel run here. So we move to back to the ring. Orient Express, Mountie is up next. For some reason, I had Orient Express. That's because I flipped to the wrong page. Anyway, Mountie is up next. Mountie, of course, a couple of weeks after his damage to the Big Boss Man, jumping him with the Nasty Boys, carotid hold and takes him down. The enhancement talent that is, and punch kick, and the use of the shock stick, or the threat of the shock stick, and the use of the shock stick as well. Eventually, the actual mounted police get upset about this. That's why the Quebecers end up being, quote, not the Mounties. Many people don't realize that, but there were legalities there. The Rockers are up next. Rockers going through some losses, obviously, and this time is not one of them, but at the same time, the Rockers are not the team they used to be. Some miscommunications here and there, even in enhancement matches. Jannetty takes more of the match than normal. Sunset flips, basic stuff. Tag off to his partner. Michaels comes in as well. Michaels gets Arminger's arm bars. The double fist drop win for the Rockers, and there is victory. They don't look off kilter too far, but it's easy to see that something is up with the team. We go to close the program with a couple of Event Center promos. Power and Glory still talk about being the best team in the area, and Slick steps in on that, getting in on the action there. And the Big Boss Man promises to get revenge on the Mountie. Basically says the Mountie is, not representative of true law enforcement, not representative of honor, justice, or any of the above, and that the Boss Man will in fact take care of him when the availability arises. Jimmy Hart promises that next week he will have a major announcement that will rock the foundation of the World Wrestling Federation. And we close on that note. We will be back with more right after this.